What's going on, NGT Games? geirbiscohn here, and I'm bringing you guys some Homefront multiplayer gameplay. It's a team deathmatch, and I don't know the name of the map because I haven't learned the names of the maps yet. I've been playing the game since midnight on release night. Not all the way through. I got some sleep in there a little bit, but basically, this game is pretty cool, and I'll let you guys know what I think about the game overall. I'll give you guys some basic tips on how you can basically best utilize your battle points. And I'll get into what battle points are if you guys don't know a little later in the video. Just some quick tips. I mean, you know, just some, because everyone basically, this is a new game. It's a brand new game. No one's ever played it before, except for those of us who have played it already. But I'm saying it's not like it's a Call of Duty game where if you're new to Call of Duty, you've got guys who have been playing Call of Duty for years who basically know Call of Duty. And this is a team deathmatch. It's not like some super amazing gameplay. I mean, I go positive. I go a good almost 3-to-1 kill death. So it was a good game. Helped my team out. But there are things that actually happen in this gameplay that I want to talk to you guys about. Some of the mechanics of the game, which is why I chose this gameplay. I mean, it's team deathmatch. So really, at the end of the day, if you go positive and you help your team, then I consider that a good game. And so let me get into this here. Basically, Homefront is a totally new game. Basically, no one. It's really cool because it's a blend of just all sorts of games put together. And this is fail. But anyway, so we've got some. I'm sorry, I'm bobbling my mic around. So Homefront basically introduces this new concept called battle points. And the way it works is, so in your create a class screen, in your armory, before every match, you can set up your classes, you can set up what guns, attachments, basically they're called infantry abilities, I believe, which are basically your perks. There's all kinds of perks. Basically you get, there's, faster reloads, your drones have higher damage or higher health, and stuff like that. There's all kinds of perks, and I'll get into those in later videos for you guys. And so what you're seeing me do here, what I just finished doing was an airstrike. Basically, the cool thing about the battle point system is you set up each loadout for specific purchasable items or abilities. In my case, I'm running a UAV scan and an airstrike. I think it's called the Hellfire Missile Airstrike or whatever. So basically, at 400 battle points, I earn. I then unlock the UAV. So I've earned 400 battle points, and I'm able to use a UAV if I choose. And the way the battle points work is kind of like a kill streak. However, you get battle points for whatever you do, whether you capture an objective, whether you kill an enemy, whether you get an assist on an enemy, whether you're in a vehicle. So if I'm the pilot of a helicopter or driving a tank and the guy in the gunner seat gets a kill, then I get an assist for that kill since I'm driving the vehicle. Every action gets you battle points and experience, but experience is pretty much, you know all about experience by now because it's in every game. But there's ranks, and it kind of works in that similar to like Black Ops, where you have your ranks, so your experience ranks you up, and you don't unlock certain guns and attachments and perks and all that until certain levels, and then you can buy them with your currency. So in Homefront, the battle point system is kind of like that. However, it only works while you're in game, so you don't carry over. So your battle points at the end of the match, whatever battle points you had are gone. They only work in the game, and it's pretty cool because so like I said, at 400. So I don't know the exact numbers, but I know like if you're driving a drone around and you get a machine gun kill from the drone, then it's like 70 battle points. If you get a kill with your gun, I think it's like 130 battle points. If you capture an objective, it's a couple hundred battle points. There's battle points for everything. So you can save up your battle points. So every time you get a kill, you're earning battle points. And I know I'm saying battle points a lot, but this is part of the game. It's what it is. So after you earn your 400, you don't have to buy the UAV. You can buy the UAV, but if you do buy the UAV, you use your 400, it goes back down to 0, and then you have to start your new collection of battle points. So if you save up your battle points, it all depends on what loadout you're using with what items, purchasable abilities you're using. So I'm using UAV at 400, and the Hellfire airstrike I believe is 1,300. So if I want to use that airstrike, I got to save up 1,300 points, and then I can use the airstrike, and it has the potential. Really, honestly, the more I use the airstrike, the more I don't think it's really worth it, just because you can get, I mean, it's cool, it's kind of one of those things where it's all situational. Everything about this game is situational, and you need to be kind of aware of what the enemy team is doing, what your team is doing, and you have to choose your loadouts and your battle point abilities, you know, carefully in each situation. So let's just say the other team has a tank. The Hellfire airstrike is you know, it'll get you. You have 2 rockets, so you can get some kills with it. You can get, you know, depending on where the enemies are, if they're grouped together, or if if they have there's one guy, you can get 1 kill. But if they have tanks, this Hellfire airstrike is great against tanks. So you take out a tank and you help your team because the tank can't kill you, because or even if you have another loadout set up with just an RPG. I think it's like 500 or 600 battle points you can buy an RPG. It's like I said, it's all dependent on what you set up beforehand in the armory. So there's all kinds of things to choose from, and I always run the UAV, though I think I'm going to try to get away from running the UAV and run like a drone maybe, and like a Hellfire airstrike, something like that. I tend to not really remember to use my abilities, my battle points, and buy things, because I just kind of get caught up in the shooting. It's kind of funny just how it happens. But another thing that I like to use is I think it's called the Wolverine drone, and it's basically a little drone. You know, you guys have probably seen it in videos already, where it drives around and it's got a machine gun on top. And the cool thing, one thing I was worried about from going into this game was the drones and the vehicles, and just you got Battlefield with other games with vehicles in it, and the vehicles are kind of more annoying than anything. You know, sometimes they can seem overpowered, although they do tend to be taken out easily. In this game, they don't really seem overpowered at all. Like those drones that I thought were going to be a problem, you can just shoot them with your gun and they'll go down. You know, they take probably 2 to 3 times as much damage as an actual person does, and so it's not too bad. I mean, you can definitely take them out very easily. You've got EMP grenades as your special grenade that you can use. If basically it'll freeze the vehicle if you throw it at a tank or a Humvee or a drone. It'll render the vehicle useless. It just, you can't, and then it gives you time to throw a grenade or shoot it or take it out another way. Whatever way you have at your disposal. Now another thing, you're gonna start seeing red diamonds pop up on my screen. You've already seen a couple probably, and I'm looking at that thing right here. So that's actually when I was playing this game. I just recorded this a couple hours ago. I was actually explaining the game mechanics, much like I'm explaining to you guys now to somebody who was in the room with me. And so I was looking at that thing. But that thing flying up there is a drone. It's an air recon drone that you can purchase in the same way that you can purchase an airstrike or UAV or anything else with the battle points. It doesn't have any weapons as far as I know. I haven't actually used it yet, but I've been in games with people who have been using it, and they're actually really helpful to the team. So what you do is you get up in this flying drone and you spot out targets. You highlight enemies. You basically call them out and say, "Hey team, here's where the bad guys are at. Hope you guys can kill them because I'm up in this drone." And so you're helping your team out by using that ability, and it's really cool. There's a really nice balance of support classes and support abilities and support battle points, unlockables. I don't know what you'd really call them, I guess, because they're all kinds of different things. You got drones, you got vehicles, and you got RPGs, and you've got airstrikes. It's really cool. There's a really nice mix of different things to do, different things to buy, and use on the enemies and help your team out with too. So it's pretty sweet. Now another thing is the vehicles, because you've got your drones and you've got your battle points that you buy them in your kill streak type rewards. And now before you spawn each time is when you get to choose if you want to buy a vehicle. So if you've earned a couple thousand battle points and all of a sudden you die, then you can respawn basically in a tank or a helicopter with your battle points, because you see how the respawn flies in like that. Well, you'll fly in like that, and then you'll be in the vehicle. And then once the vehicle, you can ditch it, or it blows up, or whatever you want to do with it. But but that's how you get vehicles. Is you spawn in with them for that life. After you've purchased them with battle points, and that's really cool too, because it's not just like there's vehicles anywhere. Your team or the enemy team can't steal them unless you let them steal them. As far I haven't actually tried it, so I don't even know honestly if they can be stolen. Like if I get out of my tank and leave it there, I assume the enemy can get in it, just because that would be kind of lame if they couldn't. But it's a really nice balance, and it's really cool because it doesn't take away from the infantry combat. It doesn't really take away from the shooting the vehicles because they're balanced, and it seems really fun to. I mean, it is really fun to. Oh, that was beast, right there. Oh, you know what? My audio's off a little bit from the video because of I'm recording on my laptop and it is really slow, so I can already see how I'm gonna be if I comment on something that's happening on screen, it'll be late for you guys. So I apologize for that. I'll just stick to talking about the game mechanics now, and I won't go into too much about what's actually going on screen. But like I was saying, the vehicles, yeah, it seems balanced and it's really fun. So the gunplay in this game too is also was a topic of concern, you know, because it's a new game. It's not Call of Duty. It's not Battlefield. You know, we don't know when you're going into a new game like this. You don't really know how it's going to play. And as it turns out, this game actually is pretty fun. Like I said, I've been saying it all along. It's a fun game. But the guns feel balanced. No gun seems way too powerful or overpowered. There's a lot of attachments you can unlock for each gun. A lot of red dot sights and reflex sights and ACOG sights and grenade launcher and silencer and underbarrel shotgun. There's a lot of stuff you can unlock. It's pretty cool. Now I know in today's gen, I don't necessarily. I mean, I do like unlocking things. It'd be cool if I could just have it all at the beginning, but you know, that's not how it works. But that's how. But yeah. So there's a lot to do. You can a lot of camos for the guns, and it really does a good job of giving you different options and different things to do. The only issues I've had so far, which are pretty big issues, where I'm on the PS3 version. So as we all know, PS3. Multi-platform games aren't always the most smooth running games on release. There have been some server issues, there have been some freezing issues, party system issues, but I'm told they're working on all that. But I mean, you know how it is. But in terms of the gameplay, the actual gameplay, it's a lot of fun. I mean, it's not amazing, but it's not terrible. It's a lot of fun. It's good. I would say it's good. So if you're looking for a new game, then I would suggest you pick it up. But you know, if you're still really enjoying all the other games that are out, I would say it's not a must-have. But for someone like me who is just really played out on Call of Duty, really played out with MAG, and played out with Battlefield, it was a really welcome addition to my collection of games. And I look forward to bringing you guys more videos and some tips and strategies and just kind of things that I find that work. So hope you guys liked the video. Subscribe to my channel because I got a bunch of videos going up over there for you. Catch you guys later.
Hey guys, we now have our own website. Actually, we've always had our own website, but why not follow us on there? There you'll find all our videos conveniently sorted into playlists by game, as well as videos from many other directors that are part of our NGT network. And here you can create subscriptions for individual games and only receive notifications for new videos uploaded for the games that you are subscribed to. Isn't that fantastic? No more spam video email notifications. And stay in touch with us on our full featured forums. Remember, all the relevant links are always in the description of our videos. Click on them. Come join us on our website. We'll see you there.